Hello, and today I'm here showing you how I am going to make this cup into a marble cup using acrylic paints. This cup has been sanded and cleaned down, and I have mixed 3 colours of paint with some Mod Podge and water. So I have white, I have a pale greeny colour which is very similar to the cup base, and then I have a deeper bluey green colour, and I'm just going to show you how I like to make a marble effect on a cup doing this. I'll turn my cup turner on. I think I'm going to start with the base colour, and we're just going to dribble it on using my stick. I prefer doing it with paint rather than the sort of resin or alcohol alternatives, because I like the brightness, the vividness of the paints. They don't smell bad, you don't have to wear a mask with them, only when you're doing, as I will do, a final coat of resin to make these super durable. People prefer to buy them with a resin top coat, but I do like decorating them with the acrylic in this way. That's probably good for now. Obviously we'll come back to everything. I'm going to go in with the darker colour. I've probably mixed far too much paint here, but never mind. I can probably find something else to do with it. I'm not worrying about being too specific about where I drip this, because we're going to swirl it together and then it's all going to do its same thing as it turns and dries anyway. So that's that one, and then I'm going to come in with some white. And what I haven't got with me is my water spray, which I sometimes use to help them mix, but I don't know if I'll need it this time because I have made these paints very runny, so that may be unnecessary anyway. I'm just going to use one of my sticks to kind of spread the paint so the cup is completely covered, and I like how this helps the colours to mix. Just gradually move up the cup. You can see it's not very interesting to, it's not much for me to say. Interesting to watch is what I meant to say, but not very interesting to talk about maybe. As I just work through. And you might think, oh, there's some areas that could do with a bit more paint, and come back afterwards and drip a bit more in. I just like to start like this, and then I can come back and see, look, there's quite a lot of gapping around here, I might feel like I want some more paint around there at some point. But obviously, because we're doing it similar tones to the cup base, that also makes it a more forgiving process, because if there's tiny bits showing, you're not going to see, it's going to blend very nicely with the rest of the cup. And I am probably going to get paint on my sponge, but never mind. I need a bit more at the top there. Around the bottom, I think. I always like to make sure there's plenty of white, because I like the way it adds highlights into everything. Okay, and then I'll just come back and do any bits of blending. To work around the bottom, wait for it to turn back round. There we go. Just trying to make sure everything is covered. There's definitely a few, it's a bit thin around this top edge. Sometimes it feels like it's turning too fast. Sometimes I'm waiting for it to come back round. I think we're fairly covered. So I'm probably going to leave this now for an hour or so to turn and let it do its own thing. And come back and have a look. But I do find when I try and come back and mess with it, I usually spoil them. So I try, once I've stopped adding, I do try to not come back and add any more, because I do usually regret it. This will turn all day, and then if it looks dry, I'll turn the turner off and leave it overnight on the cup turner. So about sort of 24 hours to let that all be really dry and solid before I start handling it. But you can see down here it's already starting to kind of swirl and do its own thing, which I really like. It will all just move around and blend and make beautiful patterns. Here's a quick update. This cup has been turning for about an hour. You can see how all the swirly patterns are developing. I'm hoping it's going to look great. So I'm going to hopefully resist the urge to touch this anymore or add anything else, and just leave it for the day and see how it is. and if it's dry at the end of the day, like I said, I'll turn the cup, turn it off and leave it overnight. Otherwise I will just leave it turning overnight, and it should be great by the morning. And I'll come back and update you when it's all dry. I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. It's now the next day and it's all completely dry. And so in order to avoid spoiling this or adding anything extra that takes away from how beautiful it is, I am just going to add a coat of clear resin. I'm going to turn on my cup turner, and I have a glove on my hand so that I can spread this resin over, because it's quite a thick one. I'm just trying to get it on the cup for now. I'll try and spread it around in a minute. I may need more than I thought. I haven't done the bottom yet. We'll see. No, let's not lose my paper. Just trying to make sure all of the cup is covered, and I'll get a bit more for the bottom of the cup in a minute. Alright, I'm going to try and even it out. I'm running my finger along the edge like this. Should be around by now. And I do have a bit left in this cup to do the bottom with. Hopefully it'll be enough. And then that will need to cure. I'm sorry the light's not brilliant in here. It is bright sunshine outside. It doesn't always translate inside. But I'll be back to show you when that is all cured. Here is the finished cup. It's very bright again, but I think you can see how beautiful this is. And it's really lovely and shiny. With the resin, I've cleaned up the rim and it's been washed. So Marie, she says, knocking the phone stand. So now I can add the lid, and this cup also comes with a straw if you wanted to use it, and this is good to go. And I think these will make brilliant gifts, so I'm hoping in the not too distant future to add these to my shop, hopefully on the run up to Christmas. We are now at the very end of July, so hopefully in the autumn, because I think these will be great Christmas presents. So yeah, Any suggestions, comments, ideas, let me know, and I will see you soon. Bye.